Okay, so picking up where we left off from last video, I think we left off somewhere around here. We created a couple of vectors from our bitmap. You'll know that you've created vectors from your bitmap because you can see the bitmap underneath is the darkened line is now kind of faded. We have a transparency or tracing over top of it, and we've got darkened lines. Looks like there's a line on the inside, line on the outside, or vice versa. What those are actually vector lines. So it's cool what the machine will do. It'll actually understand this vector line. For example, the one that's selected is going to be cut by the router. So it'll actually go along that vector line. It'll cut all the way around, keep going all the way around to the top, all the way through here, back, and then back to the beginning again. And it will cut all the way around your image. The thing with this program is with these darkened lines, it creates also a vector line on the outside, meaning that it will do a second pass all the way around the image on the outside as well. And that can make our cut 1/2 of an inch in size because our router bit that we're going to be using is 1/4 of an inch. It's a little bit too big of a cut that we're looking for. We don't need all that to be done. So we just want to select one of them, of the two, and keep it. We want to delete everything else. We actually want to delete the bitmap as well. And this is a little trick that we've been using the last couple of years to do that. So I usually select the outside line because it's bigger, unless the outside line is really jagged. If it's jagged, select the inside one. But you want it to be smooth as possible. Again, it needs to be a continuous line all the way around the image. And you copy it into the computer's memory by pressing Control-C. Okay, so I'm going to get you to do that right now. Just to zoom into your image, I want you to select the outside line, unless again it's a jagged line and the inside line is smoother. Then you choose the inside one, and then I want you to copy it, pressing either Control-C, that's what I just used, or you can use the Edit Copy function. Again, pause the video right now and do that. Okay? Great. So by now you'll have one of the lines selected, and we're moving on from there. Okay, once you have it selected, again you've pressed Edit Copy, copied it into your memory. Important that you do that before you delete everything. You can back out and then deselect everything by clicking off the image. Drag a selection box over the whole thing and press the Delete key at the top right hand corner of the screen. It'll take a second. It's a big image. It takes as long to delete it as it did to bring it into the program. Okay, once that's done, you've got an empty page there again, and you can now paste that copied image, the vector line that we saved into the memory, back in place just by going Edit Paste. There we go. So I'm going to show you that process once again, and if you mess this up, it's not a big deal. You just press the undo button and it'll undo that paste, it'll undo that delete that you made, and will even undo, I'll go back a couple of steps, oh, no, it'll undo to the first time that you open up the image. I actually closed and saved my work, so it'll only undo back to the beginning of the save that you last did. Hence, you're going to want to save your image quite often if it's good. If you made a mistake, just press the undo button and go back. Anyways, so to show you that one more time, I like to zoom in, make a selection of the vector line I want to keep. I'll go to the Edit Copy function, zoom out again, make a selection around everything, delete it all by pressing the Delete key on the top right corner of your keyboard. Again, it takes a minute usually to do it. And then Edit Paste your vector back in place, and now it's got just what we want and no more than that. Okay, we'll pause there, make sure you're getting caught up to all of that, and then you can move on.